everyone, welcome to Evolve with Letty J. If you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button to become part of the evolving family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. I truly appreciate it. So this is how things work on this channel. Every Monday I post World School Monday videos, which are pretty much financial education videos, and every Thursday we discuss any topic that can contribute into you evolving into the best version of yourself. So today we're going to speak about debt, which is the second pillar of financial literacy. So let's get right into the video. So what is debt? You may be asking yourself what debt is. So Google says it's a state of owing money, but to make things simple for you on this channel, is debt is using money that you've borrowed or money that does not belong to you. It's not yours, not your money, to fund items. So it can be you funding your expenses, an event, your wedding, whatever. It's you taking that money that does not belong to you and funding those items. So now the problem with debt, imagine the video just started, we were already speaking about problems, but the problem with debt is that debt comes carrying a little mwana, or a little child, called interest. So now if you're not careful about debt, interest is going to kill you, because we all know that little ones eat a lot more than their parents. So same with interest, it's going to eat a lot of your money more than its parent, the debt, the initial money that you borrowed. So since debt comes carrying a little one, and you now have to feed debt, who is the mother, plus the little child. Little mwana is child, for those who don't know what mwana is. The little child, it means you have to feed both the debt, or you have to pay back both the debt and the baby that it came with. Even though you had nothing to do with this baby, you are the one who has to pay for the baby. Now, this means you are going to end up paying more than what you initially borrowed. Yep, what you initially borrowed. And the longer you keep debt, the more interest that you're going to pay. Because the longer you keep the little one and the mother, you're going to have to provide for the baby. You're going to have to provide for the little one for the amount of time that you keep the both of them. But if you pay your debt quicker, it means you are no longer responsible for the little one's food. But the longer you keep the little one, you have to keep on feeding the one and feeding the one up until whenever you decide to finish your debt. So in simple terms, and I'm using little one to make you understand how interest on debt compounds. If you have not watched my interest video, I've linked it down below. You can go check it, where I explain the different types of interest, and I also explain compounding interest on that video. So in as much as our investments compound and they grow, our debt also compounds and grows. Why? Because of this little one called interest that we have to feed. So now debt is not entirely a horrible thing. So we have two types of debts, and since on this channel I'm educating you so that you can build wealth and have a better relationship with your money, I am going to distinguish the two types of debts and how they can contribute into your wealth creation, and which one you need to focus on. Not necessarily focus, but if you choose to incur debt, which one do you need to choose between the two types of debt. So we have bad and good debt. Now, what is bad debt? We're gonna start with the bad things today. So bad debt is you using money that is not yours, money that you borrowed, that comes with little ones that you have to feed to fund unnecessary luxurious items. Like, those things are not going to help you with anything. All that they're going to do is chow your money. Why? Because the little one, like I said, eats a lot, and the little one is going to eat your money. So like I said, bad debt is you just funding things that are not necessary. Now, clothing is a basic need. This is an example. Clothing is a basic need. We all need to wear clothes. But now you wanting to buy expensive clothes with money that is not yours, then it becomes a problem. That is an example of bad debt. Is you taking money to blow on alcohol, to blow on expensive clothing items, to blow on impressing your friends, all of those bad things. That is bad debt. They are not necessary. You can live without those things. You're not gonna die if you don't have a branded clothing item. You're not gonna die if you don't drink a specific type of brand of alcohol. You're not gonna die if you don't drive a specific brand of car that is so expensive and useless and also charges petrol, which is more money going out of your account. Now listen to me. This is a warning. If you do not have bad debt, please, please do not get it. If you already have, don't worry. I'm going to share tips later on in the video. But if you don't, just don't even. Please do it for me or for your future and your wealth. Do it for your future, not for me. But anyway, let's move to the good things now. I think we've had enough of this bad debt, and I hope you heard what I said. Don't forget that the little one eats a lot. So moving on to the good things. So now we're talking about the good things. What is good debt? So good debt is using borrowed money or money that is not yours to fund ventures that are going to generate extra money for you, or that are going to make more money for you. So like I said, debt is the mother. It comes with a little one. But when you take the debt and the little one to go work for you, they bring more money than the one that you spend to feed them. For example, we're going to use my friend Matidiso. So Matidiso wants to open a business. She wants to sell weaves, but she does not have the money to buy stock. So she goes to a bank or a financial institution and borrows 10,000 rands. Then the bank is going to charge her 10% interest, meaning she's going to pay back 10,000 rand plus 1,000 rand interest. So the 10,000 rand is the mother, and the 1,000 rand is the little one. But Matsidiso doesn't only incur the debt. She takes the debt and the mother to go work and bring more money in to the household. So now Matsidiso is going to spend 11,000 on both the mother and the child to go work for her. So now she takes the money, goes and buys the weaves, she sells them, and then she ends up making a profit of 5,000 rand. So now it means that she made a revenue of 15,000 rand. So revenue is your sales, and then your profits is obviously sales minus expenses. So expenses is going to be paying back the 10,000 rand and the interest. So that is 11,000. So when we take 10,000 rands when we take 15,000 rands minus 11,000 rands, she is now left with 4,000 rands. So you see, this is good debt because it makes you money, and the good thing is you not using money that is yours, using someone else's money to make you money. So in as much as, yes, the debt comes carrying a little one, but it's good because now the mother and the child are going to work for you and bring more money, even though you have to feed them. But it's not a problem because the money that they're bringing in, it allows you to pay for feeding them, and it also brings you extra money. So that is good. So that is the type of debt that you need to focus on. Do not focus on funding things that are going to eat away your money without returning anything to your table, please. So in as much as, yes, there is good and bad debt, and you need to focus on debt that is going to bring you money, we still need to have shelter over our heads. We still need to travel and get to our workplaces, especially if you have a job that requires you to be driving. So now, here's the thing. We know that a car and a home are very expensive items, and most of us cannot afford to buy a home cash and to buy a car cash with the amounts of money that we earn. So in as much as, yes, you need to focus on getting debt that is going to bring you more money. You buying a home is not going to bring you more money because it's just you providing shelter over your head. However, it is necessary. It's not bad debt, remember, bad debt is you funding unnecessary expenses, and your home is a need. And also, if you need a car to travel, I'm not saying an expensive car, I'm saying a car to travel to work every day, maybe your job requires traveling, then the car now becomes a need. But you getting an expensive car is not a need, and you going to get debt to impress your friends with your expensive car, it's not ideal. It's not good for you building wealth, right? So in as much as, yes, there's good bad debt, like I said, there's two needs that you need to take care of. Also with the car thing, guys, if your job does not require you to travel and you don't stay far from work, a car is not a necessity, because you can walk, or maybe you can catch a 10 rand taxi to work. Then that's fine, that's okay. Do not put yourself in debt, because like I said, debt comes with a ngwana, and the ngwana is going to eat your money. So if you don't need to incur debt, if you're not forced to incur debt, don't incur it. But also incur it if you want to put it in ventures that have the potential to get you more money, so that you can be able to pay back the debt and it's little ngwana, right? But however, in as much as, yes, you need to get that to fund those things, there's also needs like a home and a car that you need to take care of, and it's okay to get debt on that if you want to. It's not an obligation, it's your decision at the end of the day. So now I'm going to share tips on how you can manage debt if you are already in it. So the first tip is, if you already have bad debt, let's say now you are already in this mess and you need to come out, stop incurring more bad debt. Stop now, like right now. If you are planning to go and get those sneakers on a bargaining that card yadi shopping on an account, yes, account, stop, forget it, scratch it, cancel it, because it's going to eat your money. That little one is going to finish your grocery money. Okay, that's the first tip that I have to share with you. If you're already in bad debt, stop incurring more debt now. The second tip that I have to share with you is you can use the two famous debt repayment methods that are out there. And the first debt repayment method is the snowball method, where you pay the minimum amount, the minimum required amount on all of your debt, and then if you have any surplus or remaining funds, then you put it to the smallest debt, and then when you're done paying the smallest debt, take that money and you put it to the next smallest debt, like that, then it creates a snowball effect. You guys, Limpopo is hot, I'm sorry, I'm sweating. So anyway, it creates a snowball effect. So you paying your little debt does not mean you now have more money to go spend. Focus on first paying off your debt, then you can now take the money when you no longer have debt to go and spend more. So like I said, snowball effect, you pay the minimum, and then if you have any extra funds, you start with the small one. After you finish the small one, you pick it up, you take it to the next small one, like that, and then the snowball starts small and then it grows like that. And there's another method called the avalanche method, which is you starting to pay your debt with the highest interest. So now, like I said, interest eats away your money. So the longer you keep the highest interest, is the more it's going to eat your money. So the longer you keep the little one that eats a lot more than all the other ones, is the more you're going to waste money, because that little one is going to keep eating more and more and more. So it's best to get rid of this one who finishes all the food in the house, and keep the ones who are eating lesser, so that you don't have to pay more over an extended period of time. And I'll do a video where I explain the two methods in detail, and I'll even show you calculations on how they both work and give you examples. So comment down below if you would like to see that. My third point is contribute more into your debt repayment. Now, you contributing more into your debt repayment reduces your payment term. For example, if you owe 10,000 rand and you were supposed to pay 1,000 for 10 years, and you decide to pay 2,000 rands, you reducing that amount by half, meaning it's going to be 5 years instead of 10 years. So remember the little one. So if you're keeping the mother for 10 years, the child, you're going to have to feed the child for 10 years, meaning you're going to have to spend more money on the child for 10 years. But if you reduce the term to 5 years, it means you only have to feed the Ngwana for 5 years, and you get to save the money that you were supposed to spend on the other half of the payment term. So contribute more into your debt repayment to reduce your payment term so that you don't end up paying extra in interest. My fourth and last tip is, if you do not have bad debt, do not get it. That's it. If you want to leverage, of which leveraging is using debt to make you money, then that's okay. But make sure that the risk that you are taking, or whatever it is that you're going to invest your money in, the ventures that you're going to fund with that borrowed money, make sure that you calculated your risk and you are sure that you're going to make money, because we don't want you to go take the money, put it there, and then next thing you lose money that is not yours, especially if you cannot afford to pay the money back with your own money and you are only depending on that money that you were supposed to make to pay back the debt. So I hope that this video made you understand debt easier, and I hope the example of the mother and the little one made you understand it more clearly. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today, and don't forget to go check the Money Tip Monday for today on my Instagram pages at Evolve with Letty J and at Wealth School with Letty J that are related to today's video, and follow me on Instagram. I get it now, we are friends, or we're not. How go follow me on Instagram. Anywho, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share this with your family so that they can also understand, especially if they have debts that is now giving birth to little ones that are finishing the groceries in the house. Anyway, till I see you on Thursday, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Hey.